It's Dub Life, every Sunday afternoon. It's Dub Life, Natalie and Kaya too. If you ride the horse, hey, make sure you squeeze it tight. It's Dub Life tonight.
Safety. Welcome, friends. A new episode of Life of the Dubs coming right now at you. It's going to be an around the house episode. We've got to get situated after MomoCon, after our pile of loot, things you've seen in recent weeks. We got to get stuff situated. But we are going to go see Across the Spider-Verse, whatever Spider-Verse 2 is called, here in just a little while. But I wanted to catch up, show you some of the things we're going to get done in this episode. And Natalie just got here. Rufus is very excited with his big donut.
Hey, Baba.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, Natalie. Oh, these are yours. Why are these up here?
Ooh.
Why don't you put them with the action figures?
Oh, I don't know, Rufus. Do you want them high shoes?
So we have a lot of figures to try to get it put away. Hopefully in this episode, maybe in this and the next. That'll be easy. Gargoyle shouldn't be too hard. That Loki will be pretty easy. We got some Hot Toys. I don't know what to do with some 6 scale. We're going to run out of room. Vegeta shouldn't be bad. But we have a fair amount of anime. So we've got these Jujutsu Kaisen figure arts. We've got this Chainsaw Man. We got a couple Naruto. We're going to start having a Naruto display for the girls. Kai is now sucked into Naruto as well. How far are you in Naruto right now?
I am probably...
You're in Shippuden.
Yes, I'm probably 65, 70 episodes into Shippuden.
Are they in seasons?
They are, but like, it's like season 1 had like 48 episodes.
Yeah, it's like
or
an
something
arc
like that.
or something.
Yeah, it's...
So we've got, what we're going to try to figure out, which I think we can do, is get a miscellaneous anime shelf for the Naruto, Chainsaw Man, and Jujutsu Kaisen figure arts. Which I think we can probably do.
Yeah, I think we can. I
think there you can do some Sailor Moon consolidation. Yeah. So one way or another, we are going to do that. Natalie, of course, has her Q poskets from Pile Loot and Glitter and Glamours. So we got to find space for all of that. Rufus is licking himself. We got this big Balrog. So we're going to try to get to toys in this episode. We need to, but we have some other things that are going to take the first priority. So let's show you what else we got going on. Guess I'll show the Spider-Verse shelf since that's what we're going to see before we move along. Miles, Peter B, Penny, and the Sentinel, and the translucent Miles. I don't think Sentinel's released Gwen or Spider-Man Noir, and that's the line we're collecting Spider-Verse in. That one. So one thing we're going to try to do is move that scroll and put some more shelves. And you want to put Q poskets like those on the shelves.
Yes.
So we're going to try to do that this weekend. That'll create some room in the other area.
Yes.
Then in here we're going to we have 3 more in-your-face pieces of art that are downstairs. We need to put there. The scroll may move there. And then the new Dominic Glover Sailor Moon art go across the top. So that I think we'll get done in this episode. I don't think we have to do any changes in this area. We're thinking about hanging Kaya's Demon Slayer swords, but that's not for this weekend. What do you think, buddy? What you dangling your donut? Wolfie.
Rufus.
Okay. Kaya, I think she got all her art put up. And her new pops, at least in their temporary home, I believe. Yeah, I see here she has a bunch of her My Hero Pops or Nida. Yeah, that's new. She hasn't put up her new Nendoroids. She usually keeps those right here in this shelf. As you can see, she got her signatures hung back up. And that hung back up. So I think she's actually done. I think she's done. Huh? Kai's talking about broccoli?
Broccoli.
Oh, broccoli. So those are the ones that are going to move, and then we'll create space right there, hopefully, for the Dominic art that we have like that. So hopefully we do have frames for all these. These 4 will fit in that space. That's the goal. So it's going to be busy working on all that, toys, getting art hung, getting reset for MomoCon. So you're watching it. It's been a couple weeks. It's just, MomoCon was just Monday, and it is Friday right now after work. We all just got done with the work. Kai's out of school. It's summertime. Rufus is chilling. So we also had the Ted Lasso, what I think is the series finale. Was this a couple days ago? It was very good. I think both Succession and Ted Lasso ended their shows really well. Very different ends of the spectrum, television programs. But Ted Lasso, very feel good show, more happy ending. Succession, very tragic, Shakespearean tragedy ending. Both shows worth watching. Ted Lasso is like, so I love Friday Night Lights. I love the show Friday Night Lights. Ted Lasso is like a sprint of Friday Night Lights, where Friday Night Lights is longer, more episodes, but you can get a lot of those same feelings if you watch Friday Night Lights. I think the TV show, Succession, I think, is easily in the top 10 television shows of all time, according to me. I've been thinking about that, like, where would it rank? You know, Breaking Bad's up there, Better Call Saul's up there, The Sopranos, Lost, Game of Thrones, certainly, Walking Dead, probably, X-Files. I love Walking Dead, but it may not be in one of my top 10 in terms of best shows, but Succession's up there. It's a tremendous show, and definitely worth your time, worth watching, as is Ted Lasso, just very different ends of the spectrum. But then also, we have a couple folks, I think it's, what? Rufus? He doesn't know. But we have folks, holidays, Rufus. It is David's wife's Megan's birthday today. Happy birthday, Megan. Josh's birthday is coming up. So as you're watching this, Josh's birthday, I don't know when this is going to go up, but it's soon, or it has just recently happened. So happy birthday, Josh, if it has already happened. And then also something that's going to occupy a lot of time. Shout out to Batmite on Instagram and the Pete from Facebook. They both are buying risers from Natalie and Kaya. So they're going to work on those this weekend, and we're going to try to get those out in the next week. One of the orders is actually pretty large. So you'll see some more risers work. I think we have a better system this time around. So that way Kaya can make some money for conventions and such going on, because she spent a lot of her money at MomoCon. And then we're going to see Spider-Verse tonight. So we've got Spider-Verse, we've got hanging stuff, things around the house, toys, shelves, live with the dubs. That's what you got coming up. Probably a shorter episode this week because a lot of work needs to be done. But hope you'll enjoy Time of the Fan. And we're going to get ready to go to Spider-Verse. Before I forget, All-Star 6 Mythic Legions is being announced tonight. The extra figures, the figures that won, were Gorthok, who we voted for, Clavian, who we voted for, Sir Ignatius did not won, and we voted for Asterion. And then Bothar, the dwarf, won, and we voted for Galeron. But I'm happy with Bothar because it's another dwarf I needed. Dwarves are expensive, and so I'm all right with that. So 2 of the 4 we voted on made it. 3 of the 4 I don't have. I do have Ignatius, but I'm sure I'll just grab it all in. But they're going to release some more Etheron and Necronominus, some skeletons, and some Knights figures. That live stream will go up tonight, so when it happens, we'll be in the movie, but I'll look at it afterward. Get a little reaction and see how I'm feeling. Probably by the time you're watching this, I've already ordered it. But that way I can give you some updates on the way that is interested in Mythic Legion, so wanted to cover that. It's later. The creepy snake lady scares Kaya. That's quite a way to debut Kaya's appearance on the episode. The creepy snake lady. Are we going to Korean Hot Pot? Doesn't look open.
No.
I think that may be the one that got in trouble with the health inspector.
Ooh, it might be the one.
We're going to get Steak and Shake real quick. The movie's just right over there. And so we're going to get a quick Steak and Shake and go see some Miles. Who's excited for Miles? You got your Miles kicks on, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you getting the big milkshake? Are you getting the big Montana? Oh, no, that's Arby's. Double burger and fries, $4.44. It's cheaper than anywhere, except for Little Caesars Pizza for $5. Then you get diarrhea. It's bright in here. You excited for your burger? Mm-hmm. Burgers and Miles. You're gonna get popcorn. What if they have the Miles or the Gwen head?
I'm gonna probably.
Then we might get popcorn.
Yeah,
they're cool. The popcorn heads are cool. They may be sold out, but we're gonna see. Mm-hmm. Were you just staring at it? Are you excited for 2099 Spider-Man?
Ooh.
Is that who you're excited for? Oh, there you go. With bag head Spider-Man. Ooh. Popcorn heads are up there. They are up there. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Ooh. It's very busy. I don't know that we meant to be in this line an hour. Should we try to get that thing? It says $30. $30. I don't know. For considering braving this. Miles is gone, but they do have Ghost Spider, who Shiloh likes. She told us she likes at MomoCon, so maybe we'll get her that. Maybe. This is just chaos. Success! And we even got it on the side, so it's not buttery. Got that for Shiloh. Was that a fist pump?
Magic. We come to AMC theaters to love.
I got bare feet. That's nothing. Go ahead, give it to him.
Because we need that, all of us. That indescribable feeling we get. AMC theaters. We make movies better.
Do you agree with that?
I think the fact that I know all of that.
Movie time. We're walking out of the movie. Out of the movie of a theater of 95% of people that forgot that this was part 1 of 2, and it was not going to tell the whole story.
They were upset when the movie was over.
As was my own. I feel like I'm the only one that remembered it was part 1 of 2. So that's the first thing about that movie. It is not an ending. It is the first half. It is Empire Strikes Back, Spider-Man. So just be ready for that. It's actually the middle of 3, technically.
Yeah.
So, ladies, did you enjoy the movie?
Very much.
That was great. Great. I think easily the best superhero movie. I don't remember if the first Spider-Verse came before the last 2 Avengers. It's the best superhero movie in the last 3 years at least.
The opening scene was
Better than everything Marvel's done since Avengers. Yeah.
And
all of it.
Aside from the fact that it just gave the audience a lot of what it wanted, the plot is actually very good. Like there are like
Yeah, the plot's pretty
twists that
good.
I didn't see coming. I thought it was just
Yeah, it's I think the reviews of this movie are pretty much 9 out of 10, but most people saying the plot has holes that you just have to decide to ignore, which it does. There's some convenient writing just to make it work. But generally, if you just let yourself get absorbed into the story, it's really good. Now, the plot takes a long time to start. But you don't care because, I don't know, it may be hyperbolic. It may be recency bias. That may be the most beautiful animation that has ever been done in the history of animation. There is nothing.
the way they overlay all of the different art styles so like flawlessly.
There's nothing I've ever seen and nothing that exists in broad pop culture that is as beautiful in animation as that is. Anime, animation, Pixar, doesn't matter. Nothing. I think we're over here somewhere. Now, sure, there may be some niche thing that has 2 episodes of something that may be gorgeous, but the animation in this is unparalleled. She just said she needed it.
That is not
What
I meant.
It's what you said. So I would definitely see it.
Yes.
I mean, if you're watching our channel, you should go see this movie. Because you're not watching our channel if you're not at least somewhat into these things.
It's fantastic.
It's great. You need to see it in theater, in my opinion. I actually wish we would have seen it in like IMAX because it's just gorgeous. The voiceover work is exceptional, truly exceptional. And like Kaya said, the story's really good. It's silly at times. It'll make you laugh. There's got to be, this is not an exaggeration, there can be no fewer than 5,000 Easter eggs in this.
Oh, at least.
Every second of the screen is filled with Easter eggs of something. And I think I know Marvel Comics and Marvel average, probably above average. And there were many things that I'm like, I don't even know what that is, but I know it's something. It's
got to be something. Yeah.
It's great. It's really very good.
It really is.
But it is the first of two, with the second coming out next year. So if you're not, like, if that will make you mad, you should just get over yourself and go see it anyway. But, you know, you're at to wait a year to see them back to back. And I am positive that when the third one comes out next spring, that they will have a all in a row theater showing for all three movies, which we will probably go see.
That would be awesome.
Especially because then you can keep refilling the icy the whole time you're there. So we got to go home, rest. We have a very productive, busy day. We've got to put shelves up. We've got to put art up. We got to build dioramas. We got to open toys. We got to hang art, yard work, all kind of stuff.
All the things.
So go see Across the Spider-Verse.
Absolutely recommend.
And 100%, if you're going to see it, you should be team Spider-Man 2099. Isn't that right, Kaya? Go Miguel.
Oh, yeah.
See?
Wait, no!
Yep.
Wait, no!
Next day has begun. Natalie has her Sailor Moon new art there. The scroll has moved there. And we've got all of Doug's art up here. So that's a good first step. We're going to start a Home Depot trip here shortly because we're going to need supplies for most of the rest. See Home Depot over there. It's always a bad day in the dub video when I have to go to Home Depot. We're going to start getting some Italian food for lunch. A little Saturday lunch at Caprese Pizza Pasta, primarily just because it's right in front of Home Depot. What are you doing that for?
I don't look good right now. I look really bad.
I wanted to show what you're wearing.
Okay.
I guess you want to give
What
up
goes on the
all the
other
rights
side?
and privileges that come with having a YouTube
What
channel.
goes on the other side? There you go.
There you go.
Well, there's the new Spider-Man, the Caprese menu Spider-Woman. Did you ask for extra garlic on that?
We did not. That is the.
What are you going to do in Home Depot when you don't have anything to put in front of your face?
I have a hood.
Oh, so Home Depot secret shopper is going to come after us. All right. Now we've moved to Home Depot. We had a good lunch. And now the worst. There's an episode where I go to Home Depot to build the we're getting the lumber for the arcades that the things are on. It completely fills up my car, completely. And I have to shove myself in and the lumber's like pressed against my face. That's an all-time moment. We're gonna use that one. Yeah, I know Kaya wants to get in it. That's what I'm saying. Shiloh wants to get in it, Kaya wants to get in it. It never changes. I think we could use the mold cutting center for the foam.
I don't think
Because it's too wide.
Yeah.
We can use a saw.
Yes. Oh, I think it'd be a rough edge cut though.
It's true. We'll have this humongous level just to use, and we'll put it back. Those are we need command strips and knife. Square. And we need shelves, foams down there, blocked by that. Oh. It's gonna be hard to get the foam, period. There's all kind of stuff blocking. I'm gonna have to carry it over here. I'll retrieve it and bring it over here. Now, what is happening here? On the way to the foam. All these paint boards and buckets. We have to get to this. This is what we have to get to. But that's quite the adventure on the way there. But this is what we need. This one. The 1 inch by 4 by 8. I think it's this one. Yeah, 1 inch. So that's what I got to get. 2 sheets of that and bring it to the girls over there. Shelves, foam. We're just going to rip open the box cutter that we're about to buy and use this humongous level in the square.
We are not the first to ever do this in
No.
Depot.
There's a measuring tape over there. Kai's just holding 2 saws as people call the police. Nothing weird about that. And we have to get brackets for the shelves, but Natalie's about to go in and get this thing sliced up just right here in the Home Depot.
Yep.
Lining it.
I'm lining it.
So we're gonna cut, what is it, 14 1/4?
14 1/4.
So I think, how many of these? 6 of these?
Yes.
14 1/4, and then that can create 1 full shelf. Actually, it can create 2 full shelves. So you can get 12 out of one. Then you have leftover things that we'll examine from there. Just doing it right here in the Home Depot with the copyright. Saying it again. Really long level. It's handy for this type of situation. Scoring it. Play a gigantic game of tic-tac-toe.
I'll be X's, you can be O's. Hang on, after Mom does that one.
Kind of is.
Almost got hit in the booty. Think this is working? Round one, I think, will be a success. So this should produce 24. We've got 18 we need to make, so we'll have a few extra for us. She's popping it. That gentleman's like, what is happening here? Hey, buddy. We're back home, about to take Puppy out for a stroll. Had these come in. The girls are in the garage working on the final cuts and then gluing so that they can dry and then start painting later tonight. So these are all for Kaya. People to get signed eventually. She'll be at Ranger Stop. Several of these we have the opportunity to meet upcoming. So they had them for like $6 each on eBay. And then we didn't have this Jujutsu Kaisen Nobara. So it's $30 free shipping on eBay. So those came in. I will check in. The girls are going to get those shelves staged. So that should be the next thing. Making stacks. It's going to take a little longer than I thought because I forgot that Natalie likes to score it before it's glued. So we're just going to get our stacks. At the end, you should have 24 of each.
Yes.
And they'll all be sanded and smooth, and then you'll score it after we finish other stuff.
Yeah. No
Because that can be while you sit inside and watch TV.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're continuing. We got those hung there. I know you got glare. We moved that with all the Dragon Ball faces. That was right here by the aquarium. Aquarium's dirty, don't mind that. We need to clean that. And the other Gohan will go right there, and we'll have all the Dominic art hung without having to take anything down, which is nice. Mm-hmm. But we do fully plan to start cycling through art as we see stuff we want, preferably where it's just swaps rather than rearranging. So like we have all these 11 by 17s here, but in many places. So if we get a bunch of new 11 by 17s, we can take down like all of these Gokus and Vegetas and put those in the photo album book and then put new art up there and change them out. The things that are canvases obviously are a little more permanent. But we have a lot of things that are in easy frames with command strips. You just pop in, pop out, and change it up just like you do a display. So I think that'd be good. Come over here without the glare so you can see these three. Do you like Yu Yu Hakusho?
I love Yu Yu Hakusho.
And that one's over there. And then the new one will go right there. But that print right there is so nice. So cool. So many different things in there. And there's the other one from Dominic. And you see that's two different artists' take on that big cell scene, which we of course love. Very cool. So the next step is to get new shelves hung so Natalie can move her Q poskets. That should allow for us to do some different things. For anime, I got that Hot Toys King Shark. I wonder if I can get him up there beside Baby Yoda and that moon rod. Maybe somehow up there, because that's where a lot of other, like there's a bunch of DC stuff there. And we got a bunch of anime. That Balrog, he's just gonna have to sit down there. There's really nowhere for him to go. He's huge. That Loki will fit on the Sentinel shelf. We have room for those downstairs. That's a Thundercats for there. Easy for that. 6-scale Walking Dead should be no problem. Game of Thrones should be no problem. Stranger Things will probably fit there. Lord of the Rings, yeah, I think there's room for all those 6-scale pretty easily. So this shouldn't be terribly difficult. Actually, the Amazing Yamaguchi, Hawks, and All Might may give us the biggest challenge on that shelf, even though there's plenty of space there. We're just going to do some rearranging. The Buzzmod, Uzui, he shouldn't have any issue there. So I don't think this will actually be too terribly hard. And I do have these, Destro, and then Beast Kingdom King Shark. These are not for display. They're for pictures. Now, the Joe Mezco could become for display later, but as it stands today, they're just going to be for pictures, so they won't get displayed. I don't know why those lights aren't on, but you see the Joe Classified shelf is just bubbling over. So I'm going to try to deal with the two big things while Natalie's hanging shelves and some of the stuff that I know the girls won't care that much about. And then we'll do the anime stuff together, because that's the stuff that we need the space the most for. But I'm going to do King Shark and the Balrog. Maybe the Gargoyles. So it won't be full, like, seated unboxing. But I'll give you some highlight clips. His box is pretty nice, actually. That's like textured. Some of the art's raised. He's a power pose, which means limited articulation, basically. It's like a huge 5 points. We certainly like. Natalie got me that custom or commissioned King Shark. We love that version of King Shark. It was enjoyable. It's been forever since that movie was out. So this figure is pretty late, but I hope it looks cool. We saw it at Steel Collectibles, but I didn't get a close look, so hopefully it's cool. So there he is. He doesn't really come with much. He comes with one of the, what's his name? The starfish guy that was the bad guy in his book. I don't think he has an alternate head. He has alternate hands, and that's it. Clothes. But, I mean, he looks good. He's protected. So the other Hulkbuster, so that Hulkbuster is fully articulated with like 100 points of articulation. I don't have the Power Pose Hulkbuster anymore, but the newer Hulkbuster was Power Pose, which meant basically hands, maybe head a little bit. I don't know how you were going to make a super articulated big King Shark. So the last hot toy I have pre-ordered. I don't think I have any pre-ordered right now. And did I need that? And the Iron Studios and the McFarlane that's somewhere and the Beast Kingdom? Probably not. But it's pretty cool. There he is. I mean, I think he looks really nice. It's fun. He's got his scratches on him. His shorts. I mean, really, really good likeness, I guess you could call it. He's cool. He wasn't that expensive. I mean, you compare him to how big that Hulkbuster is. If I put him up there, he's maybe half the size of that. That's perspective, so you can't tell it. But I think he'll fit up there. I think he's cool. I do. I like him. Pleased with him. And like most recently released Hot Toys, I think that guy's getting put on sale, clearance. I bet you could get them under $200 shipped within the next month or two if you're patient. Which if you're a fan, or you like, I just like King Shark. It's a character I like. I have a lot. I have the DC Multiverse Mattel Build-A-Figures. I have the McFarlane. I have this at the Beast Kingdom. I like King Shark, so I think he's cool, but you can probably get him pretty cheap if you're patient. I think he's only like $225, $230 at retail only. It's a lot of money, but for a Hot Toy, it's not terrible anymore when like Iron Man figures are up over $450. So it's not bad. I wonder how big he'll be compared to the Balrog. Onto the Balrog. This is Asmus. It's not a figure. I mean, it says Cubits on the back. I don't know if Q-Fig. Maybe Asmus made Q-Figs and Cubits. Maybe it's completely different. I don't know. Certainly a statue, like a vinyl. There is another one that they've made. Lurtz. I'll go show you that real quick. But Asmus is also who makes the Lord of the Rings 6 scale. But then, I mean, you can't make a 6 scale Balrog. I think it's NECA that has made the really cool Balrog that I know Talker Art has. That like lights up and stuff. That's huge. It's very expensive in the aftermarket, but I'm glad to have this. I think it's Prime 1 that has the Gandalf and Balrog statue. Let me show you that Lurtz and then we'll open this guy up. So it's that guy. He's the one that they've made already. He looks great. These are the Diamond Select, most of them. Some of those are, the Trolls are Old Toy Biz, but everything else is Diamond up there. And that Lurtz is awesome, but it is a static figure. I don't even think you can change like one arm pose or anything. So it's a statue really, but it looks really good. So that is the line that this Balrog, it's a second one from that line. That Lord of the Rings shelf you don't see very often because it's in this room, which is Natalie's office now, in the guest room and so forth. We do still have all our Game of Thrones statues. We have our Kotobukiya's here, a lot of comics, Walking Dead. This is what used to be the arcade, but now it is Natalie's office. It is Kaya's sewing room. We do have a 3D printer. So it's the multi-purpose room. King Shark, and then here is the Balrog. It's a little bit smaller, a good bit smaller actually than King Shark compared to things. So, I mean, this maybe is 1/20th scale, something like that. His arms move a little bit. His tail has some movement. His legs swivel just a bit, so he's kind of 5 PO as well. I like him. I mean, he's actually pretty affordable too. I would love for it to have some sort of light up feature, because I bet this will look great with light. But overall, I'm pleased with those two big boys for, you know, relatively speaking, low cost big items. King Shark in his new home by Grogu. And the Balrog. Plenty of space back here actually for him. Right in there with the Iron Studios stuff in that area. Next, I'll try to just fly through this real quick and get all those things open. We'll do it in sets of 3. First 3, we get the brand new Vegeta. Bought this at MomoCon from The Amazing Image Anime's booth. Awakened Super Saiyan Vegeta. We have Falstia, that's the one that we got from AliExpress. In the Sentinel Loki, that's from Big Bad Toy Store. Where's my Krillin Fall Down? Where's my Super Saiyan Vegeta? Up here, maybe? It's an armor, Saiyan armor. Oh, they're down there. Maybe? I don't even know where they are. Yeah, right there. In front of the Trunkses. So a little bit of room on that booth, on that place, actually. I don't know where I'm going to put him. He should really go down there, I guess. So we may try to put him there. He can go a lot of places. Oh, there's a Super Saiyan one there. But boo. It doesn't look like I have that figure with the crossed arms. I have Saiyan armor down there with the crossed arms and the Scouter. And not there. And there's the Sentinel figure, so there's home for Loki right there. I think that's probably going to be the last of the Sentinel fighting armor. We have all, except the Black Iron Man exclusive they did. The Thor Black Panther were the coolest ones, the most recent ones. That Loki one looks like he's going to be pretty cool. So he'll go there. I may just put the Vegeta there because I got to open that up to fix Krillin or put him down there probably. Slide those out of the way. Then she will go... Really, there's not a lot of good spaces. She needs to go in one of these two. That one's fallen, so she'll go in one of those.
You go in a little bit further.
Put it in a little bit further. Working on shelf one. We got to put it in a little bit further, Rufus.
Yep.
Uh-oh. And returning. I'm going to have that Vegeta like that with the, yeah, I'm that dude. Come at me with the smirk face. I got her. You know, my space is limited there, so I can't do the big sword shield thing. Plus 2.0, the female figures need a little help standing, so I got her with the, I don't even know what you call that. And that Sentinel fighting armor Loki is really nice. The cape is great. I like those. I mean, they're all like if Iron Man suits were on Marvel figures. I don't think that line's popular, but I really like Sentinel. So we have those. They're all die-cast parts. It's also the Sentinel is the Miles movie, the Spider-Verse stuff we have. So I think those look good. I think that's good enough. I mean, all these female knights are just waiting to take a tumble, but I think that's good enough for now. Obviously, the Legions are already in a bad spot. All right, Vegeta's down there. You can see the difference compared to that other one. I'm not sure which... Hasn't that figure been released twice? Like a premium color and a regular? I don't remember, actually. Because is that one down there the same as the one over there? I honestly don't remember. But he's down there just in the middle. And then there's the Sentinel shelf, Loki, Black Panther, Thor at the front, because I like those the most. They all came with a weapon. Some of them are pretty basic, but you see I still have a little tiny Marvel section on display. You're not a big fan of working days, are you, buddy? You want us to play. All right, moving on. I think this is Big Bad Toy Store exclusive, the Invisible Tigra. He'll probably just sit right there in the front. May not put many accessories on him. He actually looks pretty cool. I did not pre-order Invisible Jaga. I did not pre-order the like glow yellow Chitara. I guess I've decided I'm not a completist on Thundercats. I want all the characters, but I just, you know, they're getting me too much with all those variants of turtles. I can't do it on Thundercats too. As much as I love them. I mean, I love that display right there. I love it. So he's cool. And we picked these up at MomoCon for Natalie, the Brooklyn and the Broadway. These will both go downstairs in that Gargoyles display, so a little bit easier to find room for those guys. They do always do a good job with translucents and glows. I mean, that's cool. It really is cool. I don't know why his accessories are invisible. And I know what this is, but man, in the unpainted invisible, whoa. I mean, that's quite an accessory. All right. So this one is Brooklyn. Then Broadway, I like him. I like the weapons they come with too. Just the tails and the wings are so problematic. Then the Invisible Tiger. They come with plenty of stuff. The gargoyles all often have food and things you could easily use in dioramas, and they're beautiful. They're truly beautiful figures. But just hard to figure out a way to display. That's how I'm gonna display him. I mean, these are so cool, but I mean, just look, just the two of them almost take up a 6-foot table by themselves, their wingspan. So hopefully I can fit them in that cabinet downstairs. What do you think, Rufus? Want to find out? Tiger's just gonna go there, so I'm not gonna show you him. The lights aren't on this cabinet, I apologize. This is kind of the best I can do. Hudson over there. Got them tucked, I got this one up top. And I have two of Goliath's wings. The folded wings, which come with every figure. Because they came with him, we have 2 of him. But that's the best we're gonna do for now. Those gargoyles are hard. I did have this just come in, the Gojo, which completes the core Jujutsu Kaisen team. Which, since we're doing anime in this video, we needed him. Grabbed him for a good price on Amazon. I think a lot of people's probably favorite one of their favorite figures. He's very cool. These will be next, and the last 4 I'll do by myself. The anime we'll do all together. But first I'm gonna take Rufus for a walk. Rufus, you wanna go for a walk? I know you do, buddy. It's cooled off a little bit. Yes, you do. We're gonna check on the shelf situation, see how that's going first. So the shelves are hung. Are you happy with it? So you're using some of that foam just to test it?
Yeah.
And then you could just paint it whatever color you want.
Well, I figured the purple's not bad for Sailor Moon.
Yeah, you could just leave it that pink color.
Yeah.
If it works.
It does.
So do you think you'll be able to get all your Q poskets up there?
I'm gonna try.
Doing her best. Doing her best. What's up, buddy? So after that, she's got 2 more shelves to hang for laundry. Y'all won't be interested in that, but Kai's going through an opening all of her outstanding Q poskets. Yeah. And that's good. So I think Natalie's goal is to at least free up 2 of those DTOF shelves. I don't think you have to free up the whole DTOF, sweetie. I think you can just do the 2. Okay. Because really, we just need space for Naruto and Jujutsu Kaisen. I mean, we got it 1 Chainsaw Man, 2 Naruto. We'll have more Naruto. We got 5 Jujutsu, but they're all figure arts, so they're not going to be huge. So we should be able to make that work. We can move Panda over. Maybe we'll move those 7 Deadly Sins into one of them. So those 2 are where will become miscellaneous anime. There we go. Took Rufus for a walk. We're back. That looks good. That's good. That's a lot of Q poskets. The great rearranging now.
The great rearrange.
Yes. Moving on. We've got the updated version of Boromir. That one I have in his cloak with his horn. Let's see, do I have rooted hair? Yes. I don't know if this one is rooted hair or sculpted hair. I think it's also rooted hair. Maybe? Oh no, sculpted hair. Okay. So I don't know if it's a full reissue or not. I guess I think it's just updated deco and such. There he is. Comes with the horn, sword, shield, handstand, knife. Asmus is who makes this. It comes with more than I think. That's a metal blade. The shield is really nice, but then he's got this cloak and an elven cloak that was hidden underneath. Really nice soft goods. And you can see the head sculpt, Sean Bean. See if I can get it to focus on him there. And then, oh yeah, that's a nice improvement from that one. Definitely, yeah, definite head sculpt improvement. And then my Ned Stark is way in the back. So maybe you can see him there, right by Joffrey's crown. But it's probably the best Sean Bean head sculpt we've got in 6 scale. What you got going on over there?
My Sailor Moon mirror.
Yeah, Rufus came up to sing. She is the one named Sailor Moon. Sing it, Rufus. Well, you don't need that. That's cool. That's old, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Vintage. Yeah. I think I'm just going to display him pretty simply for now because he can hold both his blades. He has sheaths, sword on his back, have his horn. Because that one I have with the big fur coat holding is worn. But I don't have a lot of room up there. So I think just the simple is the best. Although I do like this elven cloak, but then you wouldn't be able to see the shield and stuff. So I maybe want to change out someday, huh, buddy? And he just goes right there with Theoden King and Faramir and Éomer. There's the other one. Looks like they're using a lot of the same, but certainly a better head sculpt. You can see all the Asmus stuff. This shelf is overcrowded, like every shelf I have, but I do love it so much. Gimli's incredible. Moving on now to 3-0 Walking Dead Maggie. 6 scale. The rest of these are 3-0. Lucas and the Hound. I think this is the first Maggie they've made. They don't have a lot of duplicates. They have a couple Ricks. But most of the time they're making unique characters. So 3-0 doesn't come with stands, so I do use Kaiser doll stands. Hopefully I still have some. So let's get her out, see what she's got. I like her. She didn't come with much, but I don't want my 6 scale. I don't really want any figure to come with a lot. Just I want them to come with a few iconic accessories that are good. I think she looks very good. You know, especially with females, you always have the argument rooted hair versus sculpted hair. I think most people tend to be sculpted hair fans because you have to do something with the rooted hair. But 3-0 has done some combos, like on a Daenerys, where the braid will be sculpted, but then other hair will be rooted, which I think looks good. But this Maggie, I think looks great. They always, I'm impressed with their detail in their clothes and belts. And their face sculpts have never been at Hot Toys quality, but I think that's pretty good. I like it. I'm happy with her. Got to see if I have a stand. So that's a Kaiser doll stand. They come in 2 pieces, and I'm just showing you my feet now. No free feet, and it just slides in like that, so you can adjust it. They have all sorts of heights and widths. I mean, you can get one for like Cabbage Patch Kid dolls. So that's what I use for these, just to make sure they have, because they're not cheap. They're not as expensive as Hot Toys, but they're not cheap, so you don't want them to fall. So that's what I use for the 3-0. You can order those on Amazon if you want to. Kiser. You pay about $1.50 each, maybe 2. They even have some for like tiny figures, even below like 1/18 scale. So they help. They help things for all. I'll show you how I did her very basic. She has places for all her equipment, but once I get the Hound open, he'll go beside her, and I'll do that. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Making progress?
Making progress.
Oh, I like those Sailor Mercury glitter and glamours.
They look
I like
good.
the colors on them. Yeah, they do. Moving along, spoiler if you haven't finished Game of Thrones. Season 7, The Hound. I think that's a pretty sizable improvement. And I see here, sculpted beard, rooted hair. So interesting that the Maggie didn't, but the Hound does. He comes with, I don't even know what that is, an axe. Maybe that's a dragon blood axe. A sword, a dagger, a cloak, and then a big cloak, winter cloak. And then that back there, see if you can see him. The middle of the screen is the first Hound, which is very hard to come by, and he's in his armor. And if you got the Asmus exclusive, or the 3-0 exclusive, you got the Hound helmet too, which I don't have. I wish I did have. But again, look at the clothing. Really nice looking. Sorry, it's out of focus. And let's see how I'm going to pose him. I do like the Game of Thrones boxes because they etch the sigil, which is just the Hounds, I guess, because he doesn't have like a house sigil, into the box. I think it's cool. This cloak is very cool, but I'm not going to take it out. It's a big winter cloak because I'm going to have him in like this. This is as you find out he's still alive, like that executioner type cloak. And I'm going to have him in this. Maybe he wields this in that big episode where they go beyond the wall, because those are unique. So that's what I'm going to go with. All right, so Game of Thrones shelf. There's that Hound, the first Hound. We'll pull back out, and you got this Hound, much improved, season 7. And there's Maggie. You see how huge he is. The Walking Dead, not as many figures as the Game of Thrones, but I like this top shelf action for me. All 3-0 Game of Thrones and Walking Dead. All right, one more 6 scale to go. That's Stranger Things, and that they live back there because I don't have a good place for them yet. Finally, there's Lucas Sinclair from. Oh, I just realized this is a window package. I did not realize that. He doesn't come quite as much. Well, he comes with plenty because he's a kid. These are also, again, not very expensive in the world of 6 scale. So I appreciate them. A little light on the face sculpt, but overall, I think the figure looks good and captures it well. and a distinction. When I'm saying cheap or low cost, they're expensive. These are like $150, something like that. I just mean compared to other 6-scale figures, especially Hot Toys, that even just a standard like a Captain America is like a $300 thing now. So I appreciate that these 3-0 and Asmus figures aren't quite that expensive. I think they still look good, especially when you get a bunch together. You can create really cool displays. So for the properties we like the most, I mean, like they're making 3-0 is making, and Asmus actually, I think are making Jujutsu Kaisen figures. I think there's some Chainsaw Man. Anime I don't think is a 6-scale thing. 6 scales for like real people. I think everything I have is live action in 6 scale. So for the G.I. Joe and the Turtles. Because that's where it really does a good job. I think for like anime things or G.I. Joe, whatever, you want to play with them. You want to pose them. You want to do stuff. So I don't think 6 scale is the right scale for that. But for live action, I like it. Some of his accessories are small. Book bag's nice. But no, I mean, they're all nice, actually. I don't even know what that thing is. What's that? A compass? Yep. And playing your ocarina?
This is my Sailor Moon brooch ocarina.
Oh, nice. Little flutophone in it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got the walkie-talkie there. Pretty cool. Sorry, ocarina. He also has a slingshot, and I don't think this was in focus when I showed it, but this is the thing that came with all the McFarlane figures. Get a close-up of him. This is season 1. They look like Saucony's to me. I mean, a lot of good detail. A lot of good detail. I think they did really good. All the the Harry Potter kid ones, early ones, they're all pretty hard, I think, to capture like this teenager, like young teenager head sculpts. Just have him holding that thing and his book bag on. His peg holes were really weird to change out the hands, so wasn't the easiest to do something with. I got to try to tuck him back there. There you go. We got Lucas, Dustin, 11, and the Demogorgon. So really all we need is Mike, Will, and Hopper, and then we'll probably stop with that line. I don't think I'd go as deep in that line if we have all the kids. I would like a Hopper. I think that'd be fun, but there you go. All right, so of all those boxes that were in here, a lot of progress has been made. So that bottom shelf is going to be Jujutsu Kaisen and Chainsaw Man. And then that shelf is going to be 7 Deadly Sins and Naruto. So I've got our thing staged. We probably won't open these tonight. We'll probably wait till tomorrow. But we each have sets of stuff to open. Kyle opened Gojo and Sasuke and Uzui. Natalie can open, actually she can open Hawks. I think she'd probably rather open Hawks. And Naruto, then Nobara and Megami. I'll open Endeavor, Chainsaw Man, and then Yuji and Sukuna. And then they'll all have homes. So the Hawks and Endeavor will go up here. So all of those except Kirishima, him, and Ochako are now Amazing Yamaguchi. Those other two are Figma. They have put that Kirishima up. They've solicited it. So these will all eventually be Amazing Yamaguchi. And then we move the Figmas down here. Then these are all Buzz Mod Demon Slayer. So the Uzui will go on this shelf. The Hawks and Endeavor will go on that shelf. The Naruto and Sasuke will go on that. Then all the Jujutsu Kaisen and then Chainsaw Man will go down there. So, and then we'll have successfully completed that goal. And here's all her Q poskets. I think that looks good. Room for a few more, and there's only a few more coming, I hope. Room for some more art. And she put her ocarina over there, and her Zelda ocarina. And just revise some things. So that's good. Success. So we still got to hang some shelves in the laundry room tomorrow. We got to open those other toys tomorrow. And lots of work on the risers still to be done. What you doing?
I am scoring and
Watching Naruto?
yes. And
Do you use the Dremel? No, you're not using the Dremel.
No.
Yeah. She's making the texture lines.
I'm doing the wood ones right now.
Which we need, what, 6?
8. We need
8 wood and 10 stone, and then the rest are for us. Rufus, I think the Thai food's here. But it's late. It's late, Rufy. We were just outside hanging out. It's 9 o'clock. So probably no other progress report updates, but we'll catch back up tomorrow where we open the anime figures. We've got to get those scored and glued and the first coat of paint. We got to hang other shelves, and we got most of the things on the list done. So it was a good, productive day, and we'll try again tomorrow. This next day, Allie got the shelf hung, and she's working away at texturing the risers. She almost has all the stone ones done. She's got a wood one ready. Takes a long time to get that done. We did have a few more toys arrive, and we're gonna end this video by opening them up. We have that one, Kakashi. We have Sakura. And we have Boji.
Oh, Boji.
And a pen. Those are from Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll had a sale for Memorial Day, so those were like 30% off. But Natalie also hung the shelf, so we're nowhere close to getting everything done we wanted to get done because we haven't touched the eBay postings, but most of the other stuff around the house has gotten done or will be done. This project's going to take longer than probably anticipated, but that's all right. Time to open toys. Rufus, which stack of toys do you want? I don't think you want any of these. You think he should have the Uzui for his own collection of toys?
I'm not sure. What do you do with it?
Oh, I mean, you might pose it up. You never know. You never know, huh, buddy? Might test out the articulation, or you might eat it. You probably wouldn't eat it. I don't know.
Rufus is going to help us open today.
He is.
Oh, we sat on his tail. Hold on, Daddy.
That's it on your tail, pup.
Yeah, hold on.
There
There we
it
go.
is.
There we go.
All right, it is the most requested segment where we sit and open toys and talk to the camera all together. That's people's favorite segment for whatever reason.
And you get Rufus.
Kind of, yeah. All right, so we don't want to be here an hour, so we're going to fly through it. We're going to start with Jujutsu Kaisen figures, which will go down there with Panda. So everybody has I have 3.
I have Megami because that is also the voice of Tuxedo Mask.
That may be correct.
I have the most attractive one.
Yep, Yep. I have the best one, Sukuna.
Oh, okay.
And Yuji and Nobara. Because I don't have any Naruto.
I need the knife, please.
So, with figure arts, we take out their pieces. We will put each of these into a little baggie. Who do you have? Gojo. And who do you have? Megami. So that we don't lose them and we don't have a tackle box of heads and hands. Jujutsu Kaisen, I think we all enjoy. It's certainly an up and down show.
But it stays.
But it's really good when it's good.
Yeah. It was really good when we first started watching it, and then we got to the filler episodes.
Yeah.
And it took us a while to get.
We were watching at the same time Chainsaw Man was on, and that Chainsaw Man just makes every other anime look not good.
Yeah.
And My Hero, this season of My Hero is really good. But we like it. We want some representation. Most of these voice actors are actually at MomoCon, but I mean, we did meet some of them for other reasons, but we were not meeting them for Jujutsu Kaisen reasons. But it's only been one season, so it's kind of an interesting show. Easy anime to kind of get started with. She has like Wolverine claws on a hand, and one Wolverine claw, and she has a hammer.
The nails.
Yeah, the nails, and she has a hammer.
Megami comes with lots of different like hand poses where the hands are already together, which are always really fun to try to pose.
Do work with it.
And then he comes with 3 faces. One neutral, one yelling, and then one kind of demon-y looking face.
Who's your favorite character in Jujutsu Kaisen? Yuji Itadori.
Probably Yuji.
Probably basically everybody's. He is the driving fact. Now, we have not watched Jujutsu Kaisen 0, which I think is kind of a movie, like a prequel movie. I think it is a movie. I think it was in the theater, actually. And we do need to watch that. There are some figures from that, but that is not currently a line that we're purchasing because there's only so many things. But if we see it and we like it, I think there's only 3 figures. No, there's 4 figures from that line. One of them is Gojo. Gojo's the teacher, right?
Yes.
And the others are all kids, students, whatever.
Yes.
So there's not a lot of, I mean, this is a lot smaller cast than you get in like My Hero Academia, for instance.
Yes.
Let me look
Which
at
is
her
nice
faces.
to be able to.
Screaming
It gives you more time with the characters.
Where would you rank on the anime that are currently active? Demon Slayer, My Hero Academia, Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man. Ranking of kings. Natalie, where do you put Jujutsu Kaisen? In the middle, at the top, at the bottom?
I would put Jujutsu Kaisen probably towards the bottom out of all those that were
Most of those are pretty good.
Yeah. My Hero has just been phenomenal this season. Now, if we were to just rank it all together, like, as a whole, that would be different. But this season, My Hero has been awesome.
My Hero and Demon Slayer both have very long lulls of really boring episodes.
Yeah. And
but not this current season that just ended of My Hero.
Yeah. King is just, Boji is just.
We haven't finished that yet.
Ranking of Kings.
And the new season is now.
Feels. All the feels.
Yeah, it's
Boji, it just hits different than any other show that we watch. So it's pretty high up there. And then Chainsaw Man is just really good. Yeah. Phenomenal. Honestly.
And Chainsaw Man is pretty gory. For me, you know, it's animated blood, so I don't really know that I consider it gory necessarily, but and you know, is a bit much quite frequently.
It just keeps
but from a
you
story
engaged.
Perspective, it doesn't stop. It just goes. And there's only been like 10 or so episodes, so we're interested to see where that goes.
And the manga is also really good. I'm excited to see.
Are you current on the manga?
I have a few more issues I need to read until I'm current.
Alright, so I'm gonna have her with her nails and her hammer.
She's cool.
Pretty simple. Pretty simple. These are all like in kind of standard clothes as figures. So they are pretty basic. The most complex. So where are you each at in Naruto? Because that is questions I'm getting a lot. Is where each of you at in Naruto?
Way more than me.
Okay, so I am probably halfway through season 2 of Shippuden. Don't really know how to say without giving any spoilers to Kaya where I'm at in storyline, but I really do enjoy Naruto a lot. I know one of the Kaya, one of the things that she appreciates about it, I think she is finding out, is the lack of fan service.
There's very much a lack, and it's great.
It's not. It doesn't give you that like most other animes do.
Do you mean anime fan service like boobies?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just like, you know, perviness and, you know, things like that. There's not a whole lot of that in Naruto. And
Well,
the
it's
girls,
old.
yeah,
Because Dragon Ball doesn't have a lot of it other than Roshi. There's a single character that does it. No one else.
yeah.
That's modern anime that is decided that they're gonna just have the ooh la la all the time because that's what the kids are looking for. But yeah, that's good.
Yeah. And the storyline's great, character development's great. I love how they bring characters in and out. They'll, you know, they do a really good job of bringing characters back around, and I like it a lot. Kaya?
I am on episode
You're in mid-season 2-ish?
Yeah, but I was talking to Tiffany. Her season 2 lengths vary from platform to platform.
So
I'm on the
Just say
second
what's happening.
Yeah,
Oh.
you can say what's happening.
because I'm really early.
Right.
Folks, if you are disappointed getting spoiled that something aired 27 years ago, I'm
Skip.
sorry for a 13 seconds of where she's at. Just
Okay.
fast forward.
So I'm at the beginning of the
Change his face.
the
What the hell?
testing
Change his
for
face.
the Uchiha testing. What is it called?
The first stage of ninja. Like,
Yeah, so they're in testing right now, and they just went and they're in the middle of the Heaven and Earth scroll testing where they're in the forest of death. And I just finished, like, there's the Sakura episode where she cut her hair and, like,
short hair
with
Sakura.
the short hair, where she cut her hair and, like,
You just got the tongue hand for Sakuna sticking out her
oh
hand.
yay, that's one of the really cool things about Jujutsu Kaisen.
He eats fingers and he becomes possessed by like the all-powerful devil.
I know.
It's kind of a
And then he-
summary of the first episode of Jujutsu.
And then, like, weird, like, mouth form. Okay, anyways. And, so yeah, Sakura just cut her hair. The rest...
Backing that thing up, bro.
The rest of Rock Lee's team has finally showed up, so now it's like all 9 of the rookies are in one place, and they're trying to fight the 3 sound ninjas that were sent by the snake guy to try and get Sasuke.
Have you learned Snake Guy's name yet?
Yes!
You just
Isn't
not
it like Oshimaru?
Orochimaru?
Orochimaru.
Well, I just pre-ordered the Orochimaru
And,
for the Naruto SH figure.
Kaya was hoping that he would die swiftly in the series.
Well, his figure just went up for order. Now, again, the Naruto SH Figure Arts line was basically canceled like 5 years ago, and so all of these are like a updated. Like these are the only 4 that are out so far. And even though there's like 20 Naruto figure arts out, they like stopped making them. I guess they weren't selling well. And now with the resurgence of Naruto, they're selling them again. I guess that's what's happening. So these are all like kind of newer body
I
molds.
feel like I can't open this. I feel like this is spoilers, I think.
No, you can open it. It's fine.
Okay. Okay.
Put the give Kaya the Jujutsu Kaisen figures to put there with Panda once I finish him.
I don't know how to
Okay.
You just set him in there, man.
No, we've already posted them. You just have them in there.
No, I mean him.
Oh, just look at something.
I thought you loved him.
I haven't gotten to this.
I thought you loved him.
I do like Sasuke, but I don't. He
What's that
looks-
one called? He Who Bears All Hatred? Something like that?
Well, that's not concerning at all.
Isn't that what it's called?
He who bears all hatred. Yes.
Yeah. Well,
He doesn't seem like he bears much hatred right actually now.
Natalie, do you like Naruto more than Demon Slayer?
Yes.
Oh, that was an immediate yes.
Immediate yes. Immediate yes.
Is there one more figure arts box?
This is,
Jujutsu Kaisen Rufus, you want down, buddy? Come here. Come here, you
yes. Kaya's got everything. There it
This
is.
is
down, buddy.
ridiculously thick rope. I don't.
Alright, we're going to take a break to get the Jujutsu Kaisen in the shelf, and I'll show you that shelf. One moment. There's all the Jujutsu Kaisen. All those are figure arts of Panda is a band Presto. You can see them all. The sucking was cool. We'll also put Chainsaw Man on this shelf and Boji. So the Chainsaw Man collection will grow, and then Naruto will go up here with 7 Deadly Sins. I'm going to get the King from McFarlane. But that's to start with. Back to it. They're both working on Naruto. I'm going to do Chainsaw Man. This figure looks like it's tremendously cool. So you see the little instructions that come with older figure arts, but the newest figure arts, the instructions are on the sides of the boxes themselves. So Chainsaw Man comes with not a lot. He comes with alternate hands, alternate head, and alternate tie. I did see they started to tease just the Dingy without Chainsaw Man. So if you're not watching Chainsaw Man and you don't watch anime, the easiest way to think about it is different people in there are almost like mutants, like X-Men mutants, and he's a chainsaw mutant. easy way to think about it. So he can turn into
It's like there's monsters and
chainsaws.
half monster.
So the way Wolverine can whip out adamantium claws, or Cyclops can shoot stuff, he can summon chainsaws out of his head and hands. But normally he's just a regular dude when he's not doing that. And so that's Dingy is his name. And so I saw Figuarts as soliciting or as teasing just a regular Dingy, which hopefully comes with Pochita. His little chainsaw doggy.
Mom's favorite character.
And then I
Everybody's favorite
You've
character.
never
We need to watch that first episode. We'll do that tonight. We'll watch the first episode of Chainsaw Man. Forgot you haven't watched that.
I fell asleep when they started it,
So
and I didn't see. Yeah, and when I picked it up, I've seen like flashbacks that have Pochita in it, but
So this is a very cool toy design, character design, because he has chainsaws coming out of his head and hands. But the Figma, which is like twice as much as the Figuarts, does come with, you can do both. You can have him be Dingy or Chainsaw Man. And it is about as crazy and high impact as you'd imagine this looking. So then he has like open mouth, head, tongue thing. And this is, I mean, brand new. So you see they have the chainsaws going up into his arms. I'll show you closer when we get it down. And so his hands appear to be two pieces that peg in around the chainsaw. I don't see a good reason to change his hands from what they are. So I'm just not even going to take a chance with that. But I do think I'm going to put him on the...
So many faces.
where's the box for the one you finished? Hand me that one.
I have Naruto doing Shadow Clone Jutsu.
What is it that he does?
Shadow Clone Jutsu.
Shadow Clone Jutsu.
Kakashi has a lot of faces.
These are all Naruto boxes.
Mom.
Okay.
He has, no, even better, he has these hands.
Oh, I think that would be Brian's favorite ultimate move out of all ultimate moves in anime ever is Kakashi's.
Does he poop?
No. He takes his fingers and it's like 1,000 years of death and he shoves his fingers up somebody else's butt.
Man, that's pretty good. But Majin Buu turns people into goodies and eats them to kill them.
That's true.
Oh no, the book is dead.
All sorts of goodies. And that depends on how powerful he wants his attack to be, is the level of goodies. Which I think all villains probably look at that and go, oh, that would be better than finger in the butt. For me, at least I get to eat goodies. Look at this.
That is amazing.
It's awesome.
Holy cow.
That's awesome. That may be the coolest SH Figuarts they've ever made.
That is amazing.
I mean, his character design is by default ridiculous and amazing, which means if they execute well on the toy, it's going to be same.
Yeah. But all the little teeth and that's great detail. It's like you can see the chain.
Yeah. And his tongue moves and you get with a tie. This is what I'm going to whip out and take pictures of at some point.
That's amazing.
Jack, I would like to ask
I'm
you
going to zoom in
the
here.
difference between these two.
See if I can show you a little better. Look at that dude. He's awesome. Oh, you're done. You just got to bag up your Naruto, huh?
I do.
Is it the same face?
Well, the shotting gun might be different.
Also, if you're not an anime person, which a lot of people are not. Now, if you're not an anime person, and you're like Victoria, who's also not really a X-Men person or anything person, there's probably not many animes we can recommend you may like. I would recommend watching Mushishi, if you want to just chill and zone out.
Ranking of Kings, because it doesn't really...
Ranking of King's pretty good.
It's not the same as an anime. It kind of... It feels more like a cartoon, I guess?
It feels like American animation a little more. It has a great story.
Yes.
I would recommend, if you're not actually an anime fan, but trying to get into it, Eden, E-D-E-N, of the East. It's very short. There's 2 seasons. But there's not a whole... It's not very fantasy-driven. It's more realistic.
This is the character from Ranking of Kings. Is
Boji!
Now, I mean, it may be too cutesy for you. I mean, that is a possible thing.
I
But
the story ain't.
it's just depends on how. I mean, it's a good emotional story, but at the same time, we haven't finished it. Like we binged it for a while and didn't finish it, so it hasn't drawn us back the way Chainsaw Man was. Like, is it up today? Is it up today? Is it up today? Is it up today? But if you like, so for my friends and folks that are like into 80s superheroes, Predator, like if you're that kind of like man's man, you might like Chainsaw Man. It's kind of in the Arnold Schwarzenegger world of, I mean, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. She has a Boji and a Kage too. She hasn't opened hers. This is figure arts. This is
I've never.
Oh, he's got his cape. Oh, and his sword. Look at it.
Yeah, so it does make you make those noises. So if you're not into those noises,
But it
you might
also
not love
makes
that show.
sobbing noises.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it will
it's
make-
good, heartfelt show. So let us finish getting these ready, and we'll put the Naruto, Chainsaw Man, and Boji on the shelf. I'll show you that, and then we'll go to the last three, which are the much more complex, which is the Amazing Yamaguchi Endeavor, the Amazing Yamaguchi Hawks, and the Buzzmod Uzui. Those are take a little more concentration to work on, and I'll have a lot more to show you. So that's next. Well, I'll show you the shelves because we'll be done with those two shelves in just a second. Chainsaw Man and Boji. Do you like Happy Face Boji?
I do.
Do you like him more than Panda?
Yes.
Oh. And Naruto with the 7 deadly sins. Well, 3 of the sins. All right. Plenty of room in those shelves. Progressing along. Kaya said she's not going to be last. We just waited like 20 minutes for you. So like, we are all at a plus 20. So Kai has the Buzzmod Uzui Demon Slayer. The Buzzmod is what we choose to display for Demon Slayer. They're very expensive. We do also have the Figma. We've never even opened one of those. I have a lot of Figma anime figures for what one day Kai will decide she's going to do the Tournament of Power again. We have Shield Hero, we have Rimuru, we have all sorts of
Do we take all of these out of the package as
same.
well?
Yeah, treat it the same way. We both have Amazing Yamaguchi, My Hero Academia figures, which are usually, look at that Endeavor face, which are usually quite complex. Revoltech, you have the Hawks. I would heavily recommend using his closed wings, because I think he has all sorts of wing throwing accessories that will be very challenging. But look at the amount of flame effects that Endeavor has.
Goodness. Kyle, look at all of his flame effects.
He's a lot of stuff that these dudes come
There's
with.
many.
They have stands. We won't use the stands. Almost never. It comes with extra pegs. Buzzmod are not worth the money. There is no 112 figure that are worth the price that they are. But they own the license. Aniplex makes them, so it's very challenging to deal with. But they're kind of a combination of figure arts and a mezco, because they have soft goods usually.
Is this like a background?
No, that's where he's throwing his, yes. So like you'd use the stand where he like throws his feathers at people. So a lot of the stuff for them is so you can take pictures and do cool stuff with.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, they come with it. You probably never opened one of these before. These are quite a thing. These are the one where the Batman Amazing Yamaguchi had a cape that was in like 19 different pieces.
Oh, good.
That you had to peg into each other so that you could make the cape flow any way you wanted to. It's like, well, you just have a wired
Oh,
cape.
he has the disheveled hair.
But Revoltech, Amazing Yamaguchi, they have gotten a lot better with the way the figures look. They are hyper articulated, not super, hyper articulated. They have so many joints, and they use revolver joints, which is Revoltech's patented joints, which are the little balls that are everywhere to make them super articulated. And it used to be really hard to hide that, to hide those joints. He's got 4 faces, and then 8 interchangeable eye face things.
Oh, wow.
So he's made to really go ham. I like Endeavor. I kind of have always liked him, I guess. He's not really the most likable person in terms of who he is in the story of My Hero Academia.
No.
But they make you like him
They do.
in the story. That anime is very good at getting you to feel the way that it wants you to feel.
Yes.
They manipulate their audience really well into feeling what they think you should feel at any given time. Let's see. 4 type face and 8 type eye parts. Sculpted by Yamaguchi Katsuhisa.
All right, so Hawks comes with
Everything.
a lot.
Where's that marker? Do you see the marker?
Goggles, goggled face. Oh wow, like his winged swords, lots and lots and lots of hands. Oh, there's all eyes. 1, 2,
Yeah, interchangeable
3, 4, 5,
eyes.
6, 7 interchangeable eyes.
That's a lot.
On top of the ones that are already in the faces that are there. He's got 3 faces.
I've got this.
Oh, that's cool.
I like the Uzui.
I would paint my nails like this.
I like Uzui too.
Yeah, he's cool. I like him.
The adult the Hashras, whatever, are vastly more interesting
Yes.
than the kids.
The
Yeah.
story is
The main
about them.
few characters are the worst characters in the show. They're the worst ones.
Yeah.
Every other character is on screen is more interesting. And that's maybe by intent. That was true for a long time in My Hero Academia as well. It took a while to make you care about Deku. You just wanted All Might. But now the kids are much more interesting. I have no idea how to pose this dude. We're not going to sit here and film all this. We're going to cut it, and we're going to, oh my, oh boy. We're just going to show you when we have the finished product here.
Oh,
There's a lot of situations going on. But look, he's cool looking just like this. He's cool. Rub it. There's a cup stain and a anime pen. So, show off what we're working with.
So we have Hawks here. His wings are crazy articulated.
Because then you have short wings too,
Yes.
and the wing effect where he's
Yes.
throwing his feathers.
Yes, he
Yeah.
does. Yeah, he comes with a lot of.
They both
Feather
do.
effects.
So Endeavor, I've got these flames pegged in his back. I like this like half burning face. I've got his half burning hand and effect, and I don't know. He's tremendous.
Yeah.
I really think he's
Wow.
a big beef. You see all the holes he's got, so that right there in the honey, so that you can peg all sorts of effects into him. And then Uzui, he looks good. That may be their best one yet. I'm gonna zoom in.
He's fantastic.
Yeah, that may be their best. Is any of it soft goods?
No.
No. So maybe they
'Cause
moved away.
Unlike the other ones, he doesn't have a cloak.
see,
Everybody else has a cloak.
His robe, bro. Yeah, I guess so. But the Rengoku cloak was not soft goods. But the Giyu, all the others, I mean, Boar Boy doesn't have any soft goods. He was the weakest of those, I think. Even though he's the best character. But the, he's good. So let's get them on their displays and we'll wrap this thing up. So the My Hero shelf with plenty of space. The Kirishima is a Figma, and they have an amazing Yamaguchi that they have solicited. So when that comes, he'll move down here with the other Figma. And eventually, next time we're in the attic, we'll probably get their boxes and put them with the other Figma that aren't on display for pictures. Ochako's a Figma. She was an exclusive somewhere. Will they make an Ochako? I don't know. Until they do, she'll stay. All the rest are amazing Yamaguchi, including the only premium All Might that's ever been made as a figure. But there are those two. Got his son with him. Hope they get into some villains, especially Horsehead Man. Like, what are we waiting on for Horsehead Man? You know? What are we waiting on for Shigaraki?
I don't know.
And Hero Killer Stain, Dobby. I mean, all the villains down there they should make. But there
That'd
we
be
go.
cool.
That's good. Now we have Uzui up there. These are all Buzz Mod. Collection's growing pretty fast. I'm not sure what they have outstanding. Akaza, the first demon they'll have made, is outstanding because these are all good guys so far. The shelf looks good too. It looks good. She was being sweet. They're taking down the table. They'll wrap it up. This episode of Life of Dubs Around the House and Spider-Verse. And we got done almost everything we need to get done. They're going to continue work on the dioramas.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll be out the door before I start filming again, so we'll catch up with those probably in the next episode. If they are out the door, I'll film a video and insert it. They'll be out the door soon, though. So you guys that are watching, hopefully, as you're watching this, they're on their way to you.
Yes.
Since you'll be watching this 2 weeks from now. So they should be on their way to you. Again, thanks to those folks for supporting the girls.
Thank you.
So that Kaya can purchase things at Ranger Stop. Since she wants to meet Yuri on ice.
Yes, I do. I do want to meet Yuri.
You're already meeting him as, I'm meeting him as Whis from Dragon Ball. Next week's episode, I don't know what it'll be. It may be all the way to Ranger Stop. I may jump ahead 2 weeks. Or I may go to Joe Fest next week. And the girls aren't going to go to that. But I'm going to make a day trip. Dave and I aren't selling there. That's where we sold our whole booth to James last year. But I don't think any of the boys are coming up for that. But David and I may take a guy's day, go down there. We're going to try to work that out. So it may be that. It may be a Ranger Stop. I don't know. But that's it for Life of the Dubs. Productive day. Productive weekend.
Very productive.
Spider-Verse is good. We are seeing Transformers this week. Rise of the Beast. So I probably will actually start the video. The next video may jump around because we have Transformers. And the following week is Flash, Ranger Stop, and Father's Day. Definitely be a video there.
Yeah.
So that's what we got. Until then, how would Naruto say the closing line to our channel?
Squeeze it. Believe it.
Oh,
Were you gonna do it?
That's what I was gonna say.
You're gonna say believe it. I was gonna say squeeze it and believe it. Yeah.
Don't you have to do the hand open palm fist thing?
What?
Like the Naruto pose? Where one hand's open and the other hand's a fist like on it?
Oh, like that?
Yeah, isn't that the Naruto pose?
Yeah.
Yeah, so do the squeeze and believe it with that. Oh!
Squeeze it. Believe it.
Believe it.